Have you ever wanted to create stunning 3D motion graphics in After Effects without spending hours modeling objects in Blender or Cinema 4D? In this tutorial, I'll show you a fast and beginner-friendly workflow that lets you import high-quality GLB and GLTF 3D models directly into your project and start animating in minutes. In 2026, Adobe After Effects has made working with 3D assets much easier than ever. So in this tutorial, we'll start by downloading a free 3D model from Sketchfab, import it into After Effects, set up the scene, add lighting, animate the camera, and create a polished final render, all step by step. Let's get started. Before exporting the model, let's quickly update the texture map in Blender. Select the object, open the Material tab, locate the Image Texture node. Once the texture is updated and looks correct in the viewport, save the project. Now the model is ready to be imported in After Effects. Now import the textured model into our After Effects project, create a new composition, and drag the 3D model directly in the After Effects composition timeline. Select the Make Comp Size option and press OK. Now that our 3D model has been imported into After Effects, the first step is to position it correctly in 3D space. We'll adjust its position, rotation, and scale until we achieve a balanced composition that looks natural from the camera's perspective.
A few shortcuts to remember. Double-click on the bin panel to import a file. Ctrl-K to configure your composition. Ctrl-Alt-T for time remapping. Tilde key for full screen. Front/key to hide top and toolbars from top. F3 for effects panel. F9 for keyframe easy easing. Ctrl-Y to create a new solid. These shortcuts can definitely multiply your After Effects efficiency.
Next, we'll create a simple 3D solid to serve as the ground plan. This gives the object a surface to sit on and helps make the scene feel more realistic. To add depth and realism, we'll create an environment light and enable shadow casting. A well-placed environment light produces soft, natural-looking shadows that instantly make the model feel grounded instead of floating in space. We'll add simple backgrounds along with a few graphic shape elements that complement the composition. These small design additions help direct the viewer's attention and give the final animation a polished commercial look. With the lighting complete, it's time to create the camera animation. Instead of building one long camera move, we'll use an easier and more flexible workflow by creating 3 separate cuts. Each cut focuses on a different camera angle. Working with separate cuts makes it incredibly easy to change camera angles, timing, and composition without affecting the rest of the animation. It's a simple workflow that gives you much greater creative control and lets you build professional-looking sequences in just a few minutes. Once all 3 shots are ready, we'll combine them into one smooth edit to create a dynamic and engaging 3D animation. Now let's animate the scene. For the first 2 shots, we'll focus on showcasing the can from different angles. The animation is intentionally kept simple by using only position and rotation keyframes. With smooth easing applied, the can rotates gracefully while moving through the frame. The first introduces the model with a clean establishing shot. The second highlights important details from a closer perspective. The third finishes with a dramatic hero shot. Since these are separate camera cuts, it's easy to experiment with different angles and timings without having to rebuild the entire animation. This approach gives you much more flexibility during the creative process. For the third shot, we'll make the animation more dynamic. The can rotates forward as if it's pouring fresh orange juice into a glass. Instead of using a complex fluid simulation, we'll create a convincing pouring effect entirely with shape layers. We'll start by drawing a simple shape that represents the juice stream. Then we'll refine it using rounded corners to soften the edges and the taper option in the shape properties. Next, we'll animate the stream using trim paths, allowing the liquid to flow smoothly from the can toward the glass. This lightweight technique is fast to create, easy to customize, and produces a surprisingly realistic pouring animation. At this stage, don't hesitate to experiment. Small adjustments to the camera movement, lighting, shadows, object timing, and graphic elements can make a huge difference to the overall quality of the animation. By combining free GLB or GLTF models, After Effects' modern 3D tools, simple shape layer techniques, and thoughtful camera animation, you can produce high-quality product visuals with an efficient workflow. The world of motion graphics is evolving rapidly. Every new release of After Effects brings more powerful 3D capabilities, improved rendering, better lighting, and workflows that make it easier than ever to create cinematic animations directly inside the application. Learning these techniques today will help you stay ahead as the industry continues to embrace faster, more integrated 3D production pipelines. If you have a tutorial you'd like to see next, let me know in the comments. I always enjoy hearing your ideas, and they often inspire future videos. Thanks for watching, keep creating, keep experimenting, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.